in this one. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Penn State Nittany Lions taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Boilermakers offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
He wants to throw here on second down. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
That's caught. It's Pryor. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Boilermakers will punt it away on fourth down. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Steps away. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. To throw. It sucks. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
They move the tight end all over. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too.
And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Quick completion on the out route. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to...
Tipped at the line, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run. The 30. The 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback. When he throws it, they'll break on it. Gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it sucks. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. From the shotgun, the inside give. Finds a crease at the 20. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. And the Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback on the keeper. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Baird is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They go to the draw. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams.
Quickly out to the tight end.
The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback checking off. To the air. It sucks. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Got his man downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to the air one more time. Fires to the middle. It's caught. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Fair catch called for and made. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Going up top on first down. Getting some heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
The Boilermakers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half with those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Might be looking to run. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the connection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Boilermakers racing to the line in the hurry-up. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air, and they fail to hook up on third down. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Absolutely perfect.
This kid's got a big-time leg, man. He hit that into the wind, and it looked like that could have been good from 50.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. On target. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a strike for a completion.
And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. What a catch and run for 6.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
The Boilermakers are in the hurry-up. They'll put the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. It's a reverse. Running with power. And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
It's complete to the left. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Suggs coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked.
Touchdown, Penn State! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Penn State 21, Purdue 16.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's caught downfield. He's loose down the left side. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Purdue! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Took a chance on that return, and it did not pay off as he's out of bounds at the 10. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front 7 has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football game.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on.
Looking for a huge play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
He'll throw it. And that is incomplete. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking downfield, it sucks. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Now adjusting. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to buy time. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Throws toward the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. This defense forcing them to throw into tight windows. They need another stop on 3rd and long. Quarterback checking the play. They want to just keep throwing it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Penn State! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, any way against just about any opponent. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce.
And that pass intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed.
He's got it. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's right on target. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Nittany Lions heading quickly to the line. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Back to throw. It sucks. Into the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Well, look, I love the fact that he scrambled. He can't take a sack. He can't take a negative play at this point in the game. I just wish he would have stayed in bounds, though. You got to know as a quarterback here, we've got the lead. It's late. I get tackled in bounds. The clock keeps ticking.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. 1st down for this offense. He's going to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pryor. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back. Closing space.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Offense getting set for 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
2nd down.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's got it. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. On second down, wants to throw, and they can't make the connection.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Trying to find his man on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, looking again to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. He's going to look for a man on third and short. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. The decision to go for it does not pan out. On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he throws another interception. Still on his feet. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a first and goal. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish. You want to talk talk about big-time throws. This dude has a missile launcher attached to his shoulder.
And he fired that missile in the perfect area. But how about the receiver? You've got to go up and make a play, too. Catch the ball with everybody around you. You know where the ball's going, and he's still able to come down with it. What a play.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time,
he holds it in, and nobody's close. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on a lot of times when your team's better.